So, in the last video that I did, I know I said everything I wanted to say, but then I remember there was actually a couple more things that I wanted to say, and I thought I'd just go ahead and say it in day 3. So, why didn't I start day 1 on the first day of the month? So, usually when you want to do something and you want to start something, it's really just good to just start. And I know I started my first day on a Monday, but I I don't know, I'm just kind of weird that way. I wanted to start on a Monday. I wanted to start something on a Monday because when you start on a Monday, your mentality for the whole rest of the week is going to be completely different from when you start halfway through the week. But if you have a really good idea for programming something for yourself, go ahead and start on a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Saturday. I just so happened to start and made everything up on Sunday. Then I started putting everything together for like 4 hours on Monday. And I said, okay, it's time to start. So, also, I wanted to touch up on why I'm starting so light. There's a few reasons. The first reason being, I want to, like I said before, I want to do a progressive overload. I want to get my body conditioned and endurance for the upcoming high volume of maxing out and being able to recover. So my body won't be able to really respond efficiently if those muscles that I'm trying to target, my chest, my deltoids, my triceps, and my stabilization in my wrists, my lats, everything. If that's not already prepped, then you're not going to be able to recover and grow as efficiently than if you built your way up to that said volume. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. And one thing that you need to keep in mind, and this is something that I've struggled with, I like to ego lift. And what is ego lifting? You just go in there, you lift a super heavy amount of weight, you max out, and you feel good about it, but you don't really grow from it. And I've struggled with that a lot because I like being strong. I'm not really in it, exercising to get in better shape. I'm not really in it to lose weight, to gain weight. I'm not really in it for my own vanity. I like to exercise to be strong. And so that's why I fell in love with powerlifting, the 3 movements of bench, squat, deadlift. I first started out, though, doing those movements, and then I moved on to the Olympic lifts, the snatch and the clean and jerk. And of course, well, backing up way long time ago when I was like 12, 13 years old, I was getting bullied a lot in school. So I tried to I tried to sign up. I've said this before. I signed up for football, missed the tryouts, I watched Rocky, and I found a boxing club, and I just fell in love with it. So I really started out with calisthenics. But before I did the boxing, there was a program that was run by, I think his name is Sean T. Some of you might not know him, some of you might. Really cool guy. He was kind of right there, head competitor with P90X. This is kind of some older stuff, so some of you might not know what this is, but it was really just Sean T did Insanity, and he did 2 month, 2 phase programming, where the first month he works you up with some easy to moderate calisthenic exercises. Um, but it resembled HIIT training, high intensity interval training. So you would do a set amount of exercises for a set amount of time. You wouldn't really have a certain amount of reps. You would just do the movement for as hard as you can for like a minute. Move on to the next exercise, take a certain amount of rest. Then he changes up the whole program throughout the whole session for that one session. You do that for 4 weeks. And then on the second month, it's high intensity. It's just you're going all out all month. Now, when I started, I couldn't really do the second month. I was just a fresh newbie. Um, I was just in it so that way I can just stop getting bullied and I would be physically able to defend myself if the time came to. I've been in some fights in school, but once I found boxing, and people found out that I was in boxing, people stopped messing with me as much, but you know, it was still a problem. I had to change schools. I wasn't able to focus in school. My grades suffered. Um, so once I went to a new school, not really, I didn't really know as many people that I did before I transferred schools, and everybody knew that I was boxing, and so I had to get in one or two fights, and then I never had a problem after that. Even after, for some reason, when I went and changed schools again in my senior year, nobody really messed with me. I don't know what it was. I just had a lot better time. I didn't really socialize a whole lot in my senior year going to a new school. Um, but anyway, that's besides the point. So back to what I was saying originally, I like to exercise to get strong. I really like being strong. I don't care about being big. I like being capable. So that's why I'm doing these movements. And starting out light really puts your ego in check. Knowing that eventually you're going to work your way up to a heavy amount of weight, it's got me excited. I can't wait till I get up to at least 150 pounds. I'm really just hoping that I can at least do 200 when the time comes, and then see how far I can get. And hopefully, this program that I've written out for myself gets me to 225 or above 200 or 205. Move past those, um, what do you call it? PRs, personal records that I've, made for myself here in the past year at least. And then if you go to my Instagram, I squatted with terrible form. I squatted a max of 335 for a single, and I deadlifted with actually pretty decent form. I did it with a belt and with straps though. 405 for three. I've never been able to lift 405 since then, and that was back in 2018. So it's been quite a long time since I was that strong. And I think I haven't weighed myself for a while, but the last time I did, and for the past year, I've been 175 pounds. So I think I'm still around that weight. My body mass hasn't really changed. So assuming that I'm at least close to 180, I'm at least 15 to 10 pounds lighter than what I was back then. And my overall strength is actually a little bit higher than what it was back then, because I was primarily focused on doing squats and deadlifts. That's just my love. So today's workout was relatively, quick and easy. I brought the dogs out. I'm here, doing the last set, and I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of my story time here. Enjoyed looking at the dogs. I have a really hard time doing my exercising early in the day. I really like doing it in the evening. I don't know why. I just don't like waking up and the first thing I do is exercising. Maybe it's just a discipline issue, but I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. I got nothing else going on today. Let's just get this out of the way. I need a shower. I want to shower. So I had a little bit of coffee in me, got things going. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I did a little bit so there's a little bit more of the video to come. I did a little bit of some new stuff. There's going to be a little bit after this, this bit of the video where I'm going to start doing, well, I'll just let me explain it here. So something that I don't really do a whole lot is take photos of myself. So I think what I want to do as a change, just to see if there is any result, is do a kind of transformation thing. I don't know what you call that. I haven't been taking any photos of myself for the first 2 days, so I'm going to start doing that today, but I'm not going to reveal if there is any transformation until the end of this current phase of bench pressing. So, thing that I realized too is going to be kind of difficult is having like consistent lighting, so that way the results are more consistent, or the exposure of the results are more consistent if there's going to be any results. It's kind of hard to look for consistent lighting in this house, especially upstairs, because there's just windows everywhere. But in our downstairs, there's a little room back here that once I turn on this light, maybe not that one, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have consistent lighting here. So I'm gonna try and memorize this spot, maybe even right here, and see how it goes. I didn't realize this, but posing is really hard, like really hard. I'm most likely going to be doing these shots of my physique after the workouts themselves and most likely after my shower. So I don't know if that skews anything. I don't care, but I'm going to try and keep that consistent so that way you see a consistent timeline of what I'm trying to reveal or whatever. And I just realized I didn't really say goodbye to you guys, so I figured might as well use these photos as a kind of a good excuse to, send you guys off. This is just kind of me establishing a baseline of what I look like at the beginning of the phase. So we'll see where this goes. And I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay smart, tough, and good looking.